Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, what's up? How's life? For today's video, I'm doing something that I've never done before, which is a story time. We'll see in today's video like how good I did at this. Like I've never done a story time before, and I haven't done like babe! And I haven't done a sit down video in a while. Like I've been moving around in like my past few videos. So we're eating in the story time. We're eating Chipotle. I already ate some of it, so don't judge me. So Chipotle with some extra sour cream. I sound like Stewie.
Have some of that Cool Whip. What'd you say? You can't have a pie without Cool Whip.
Extra sour with some extra sour cream guacamole on the side. Anywho, we're eating right now, so you need to get comfortable. Go ahead. If you need to, pause this video, Uber Eats you some food, go make you some noodles or something real quick because it's about to be good. Extremely interesting. So I'm gonna set the vibe with some LEDs, so we're gonna see which ones look the best. So I think this one's fine, because it's like a lot of them on camera, they look like too dark on the camera, but whatever. So let's get into the story about how I bust my head 5 or 4 times, how I bust my head 5 or 4 times before the age of 13. So explains my actions and why I act the way I do. The first time was honestly, I don't remember the first time because it happened when I was so little and I didn't find out about it until a couple of years ago. My sister told me, she was like, no, I was just acting really dumb one day. You know, all that stuff when people are just like, oh, where you dropped on your head when you were a baby and stuff like that. And my sister told me that when I was a baby, like only a couple weeks old, so I'm sure there's some damage up there. She told me that when I was a baby, she put me in the stroller for baby dolls. So it wasn't even a secure stroller. I don't know who she thought I was. I don't know if she thought I was Tony Hawk or what. She tried to pop a wheelie with me and the freaking toy stroller, and I fell through the bottom on my head. Very fun for me. All you people who talk about you like parkour and stuff, I popped my first wheelie before I was 1.
Ooh, yeah, get it, I guess. Okay, I'm next, best friend.
Okay, so that's the first one. Second one, I don't really know the orders. I think there's 4. If I'm wrong, I'll let you know, but I'm gonna tell these. The second one is when I bust my head open on a table. So what happened then was, I was like, this was before we moved to Texas, so I had to be anywhere between 7 and down. But I'll say between happened probably between 7 and 4, between those ages. Like this one and the next one happened between 7 and 4. So only 3 years. So from what I remember, I was dancing in the house with my sister. Nobody else was at home. I think my mom was at work and my sister was babysitting, and it was just me and my sister at home. And, you know, she's just trying to have a fun time, like she's just trying to have a good time, like babysitting the kid, you know, dancing around and stuff. I literally don't remember anything else that happened this day. I just remember like this. We were dancing around, right? It was like the table in the middle, and there was a couch here, there's another couch here, and in this like open area there was a door. I was like right in the middle, right there. You know, like a little kid's version of like dancing is just like jumping around and spinning and stuff. So that's basically what I was doing. And then I remember me and my sister were just spinning and all this stuff. And of course, when you spin a lot, you get dizzy. Hold on, because Chipotle did they thing. Chipotle is too good. I'm dizzy and I hit my head on the corner of the table, between my eyebrows, like right above that area here. That's where that scar came from, because I bust my head open right there. And then all I remember after that were having something over my face because there was like so much blood, and going to the car with my mom and then going to the hospital. Did bust my head 5 times. Okay, I remember that. How did I? Okay, because this other story is like, it's like one of the big stories that I always tell people, like when they want to know like a story about me when I was a kid. So I don't know how I forgot that one. So it is 5 times, not 4. I went to the place and they put stitches in my head. They put stitches right here, and yeah, I healed up. That's the end of that story. So that's the 2nd time that I bust my head. 3rd time that I bust my head was in 1st grade. I remember it was 1st grade, so however old you are in the 1st grade is when that one happened. How when they say don't walk on the swing set, like the area with all the swings, like don't walk on that because there's people on swings and like you can get kicked, right? So they say instead of walking on it, you walk around it. I was being hard-headed and I didn't listen. So on the swing set, right? And in 1st grade, the school that I went to had their swings, like usually they have like the little plastic flimsy kind of swings. The swings at that school were metal, and I was walking on the swing set and there was this girl, and I remember who she was. She was like a mean girl too. I don't think she did it on purpose or anything, but I remember she was like one of the mean girls of elementary. Jada or something. I don't like, you know, people always like use fake names to like story time. This is literally a story about elementary, so like it doesn't matter. Pushing a swing with nobody on it, like she was just pushing a swing itself, and I'm walking on the swing set, and as I walk past her, the metal swing hits me in my head and blood just started like gushing out of my head, right? And so I don't think the teacher saw it happen, right? And I go to try to like find a teacher or something, and I'm walking through the hallways, and on the announcements they said, I was walking through the 6th grade hallway. My brother was in 6th grade when I was in 1st grade. So he heard what happened. Actually, when I'm walking down the hallway, they came on the announcements and there was like there's a little girl walking down the hallway with blood coming out of her head. I don't know why they said it on the announcements instead of just coming out and helping me. Like, they ain't have to embarrass me like that. It says he remembered that announcement, like he heard it come on and stuff, but he didn't know it was me. So like, he didn't care, he just went about his business. So the teachers came and they got me. My mom picked me up from the school and rushed me to the hospital. And so when I went to the hospital, they just did everything that they had to do to me. I don't really remember like what happened in the hospital. This is crazy because like story times, like you give super detail, but I'm telling about times where like I hit my head so hard that I don't remember all of the details, but bear with me. The burrito's like opening. This is ghetto. And then all I remember after that was when I thought they were gonna put stitches in my head again, and the doctor was like, no, this is too bad for stitches, you're gonna have to get staples in my head. I was like, goodbye. I don't know who you thought I was. Goodbye. I'm playing. So I got the staples, right? And it was like literally, it looked like a school, it didn't look like a school stapler, but like it was like the same way, but it was like this big and it was red and it was white, and it said like the hospital name or something on it. It was like something about hospital on it. Here my hair like grew over the scar, and so he put it there or whatever. Like he put the staple and then like he put some like gel on my head that like helps heal it faster. And he was like, for being so good, he gave me a teddy bear. And I kept that teddy bear for so long. Like I barely gave that teddy bear away like a couple of years ago to my cousin, to my younger cousin. I gave it to her. I don't know if she still has it. She better, because like I miss that teddy bear and I low-key wish I didn't give it to her because I want it back. But anyway, I kept them on, but I do remember going back to the hospital so that the doctor could take the staples out of my head. It didn't really hurt like putting them in, like it almost felt like a bee sting. Like everything is basically what the staple feels like, and then when you take it out, it's just like discomfort basically, from what I remember. Okay, so that's the 3rd story. The 4th story is the one that the 4th story is one that like my friends like to call me crazy for before I moved to Texas. And so it has to be between the ages of 4 and 7. I remember, so I'm gonna put in like a little bit from what I remember and like from what my family told me. So from what I remember was, I don't remember what we were arguing about. My cousin my older cousin, he's a year older than me, we were arguing outside of my grandma's house. We were all at my grandma's house that day. She has like this area with like plants, right? And it's like brick, and then it's like this wood, and then brick, wood, and like on the wood she has her plants there. And so we were standing next to the bricks arguing, and then while we were arguing, I don't remember what we were arguing about like initially, but like what set me off was he pointed the middle finger at me, bruh. And here's the kicker, he did this. Bitch. What? He did this. He thought this, but he did this to me, and I was like, what does that even mean? And he was like, it's a middle finger. And I got livid. I got so mad, and I don't even remember yelling at him. All I remember was turning around and throwing my head onto the brick. Yeah, that's very much backward, my love. I hurt myself, so I threw my head on the brick, and I slammed my head on the brick. I hit my eye, which is awesome. You can see the scar right here. A quick story about that: when I was in like 8th grade in middle school, there's like this weird fairy girl, right? And she was telling me like I have like some superpowers because my scar is shaped like the crescent moon and all of that. And I was like, I can't tell. Like, I want powers so bad. Like, if I got powers, show me. But anyways, back to the story. I was like, oh my gosh, she's bleeding and everything. And they took me to my grandma's porch and they laid me down. And the kicker that everybody says, because I don't remember this part, just like makes them like, is she good? Was the fact that like my whole eyeball was like covered with blood, and I was like crying blood, but I was laughing. Like, I started laughing while there's like, do you know what type of serial killer I'm sure I looked like? Because that happened, I don't remember anything else about that. Everything that I know about it now is from what like my family tells me. I went to the doctor and I was like really swollen and stuff, and I couldn't see anybody. Well, I could see, but only out of one eye, right? And so my mom told me this one time, I was watching Disney Junior, and like my favorite commercial or something had came on, and she was like so sad because I didn't know how to wink. So I would just leave both of my eyes closed. So she would have to come and like hold my eye open so that I could see the commercial. She said it was so sad. And they told me that to figure out who people were, because I couldn't see, like was I'd scratch them. Yeah, I just like go up, feel somebody's face, start scratching them and be like, oh, this is you. Whatever. And then after that, like I don't remember anything about him. Like I literally I remember slamming my head and all of that, and that's it. The last story, which is the 5th time that I bust my head, was after we moved to Texas, and I was in 3rd grade. Now I remember, it was 3rd grade. I remember exactly what shoes I had on. They were like, I think they were Vans, and they were like black and purple, and they had like kind of like graffiti print on it, kind of. And I thought they were tied, right? So it was after school, and I just got dropped off from the bus, right? And I'm going home. My shoes aren't tied, mind you. So as I'm running upstairs to like go to the house, I'm running upstairs, right? And what happens? I trip over my shoelace. Like I step on my shoelace, and you know, hold on, because I have a shoebox on my bed. So you know the stairs, right? You know this part of the stairs. When I fell, my nose hit that part of the stairs, and I screamed like so loud. And I remember like there was like people, like our neighbors and stuff, coming out, and there's like so much blood coming out in the house, because my sister said she ran outside so fast because she heard me scream, because she thought like somebody was trying to snatch me up or something. And then when she came out and she saw that like my nose was bleeding, because she was the only person at home and she was gonna like babysit me or whatever, and she took me in the house, right? And then she cleaned like the blood up, like she had me holding something to keep the blood, but like it wasn't like a nosebleed, like my nose was like ripped open right here. And so in the house, had me hold something and all of that. Turns out it was like, no, it's just me. That came from my nose. That came from my face. Wait on my mom to get off work when my mom works all the way across town. So I have to wait on her to get off of work. Like she had to come from work to come get me and take me to the hospital. And so I remember when she took me to the hospital and like the doctors did all the tests to see if I broke my nose or not. And the doctor was like, you were this close to breaking your nose. The pain that like I felt, like I was like, I know, like, okay, my bad y'all. I don't know if this looks like how it did or not because I ran out of space. This close to breaking my nose, I was like, there's no way, like there's no way, like it had to have been like a hairline fracture or something, like 'cause the pain I felt, there's no way, right? And the doctor recommended to go to Academy and get like, it's almost like a mask to put on my face to hold my nose in place, so while my nose healed, it healed the right way, like my nose would like, the shape or something would like be the same or something like that, and that's how he would heal it. And I'm like, so I need a mask to hold my nose in place, but you're telling me it's not broken? But whatever. So that happened. We never ended up getting the mask thing. To this day, every now and then my nose just starts like burning, like burning, and it's so weird. And I don't know, like maybe I should go to see a doctor, obviously. Like, is that weird? Does it happen to other people, or like should I go to a doctor? Maybe I'm just being extra. Yeah, that's the story on bust my head 5 times before the age of 13. I either did something stupid or I was being clumsy. There was only one time where it wasn't my fault. I'm like the worst at like making videos where you eat and stuff, because like if you saw my burrito, whenever I like why am I holding it like it's a trophy? If you saw my burrito, like when this video first started, I barely ate any of it because I spent most of my time talking. But whatever, we'll try again another day. But that's the end of the video. That's the 5 times that I bust my head before the age of 13. My sister popped a wheelie with me, hit my head on the corner of a table, got hit with the metal swing set, smashed my head on a brick, and hit my head on concrete stairs. Yeah, let me add that. The stairs were concrete. End of this video. And then there was no video last week because I didn't have any electricity because of the winter storm that happened and everything. So yeah, which I could have vlogged it though. It would have been like a good experience to vlog. But my family's fine, nothing happened or anything. Like of course, like we lost electricity, we didn't have water, and then like when the water came back on, it wasn't good or anything, but like our pipes didn't burst or anything like that. We were fine. We are pretty much on the better side of everything that happened, even though there wasn't much of a better. So that's the end of this video, and I've enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I never say this in my videos, but if you want to, you can follow my socials like Instagram. You can follow me on TikTok. You can add me on Snapchat, even though I literally don't post on Snapchat anymore. And I also have a blog. If you want to read that, you can look at it there. Remember, I post 3 pieces of content a week, 2 YouTube videos, and 1 blog post article. And like I said before, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.